filming in the Deadlands.
Fun facts. Not fun facts, actually sad facts. Apparently, internet cords do not hold up well to the heat of the Deadlands.
Oh no. Okay. Alright, well.
You just need to go talk to, oh my goodness. Why am I drawing a blank on the name? Spider Daedra lady.
Mafala?
Yes. You need to go talk to Mafala.
No.
Tell her that
Mafala.
you need to tell Mafala that you need better WeberNet.
Oh, wow.
Your interwebs aren't working. So,
Oh
you
my.
need better WeberNet.
Oh my.
Mafala's the Daedric Prince of internet connection.
Wow. The
Okay.
web spinner.
I thought she was the Daedric Prince of politicians, but sure.
Pretty much that
Well,
too. Oh,
I mean, they do
bless.
communicate through social media these days, so.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh. As I throw up into the mic.
Everybody's
All right,
on the socials.
I have no idea whether this is how this sounds, what volume anyone is at. I have not a clue, so we're just gonna roll with it and pray that the audio isn't horrendous.
Worst comes. Hey, it can't be worse than the bear episode.
You're right, it can't be worse than the bear episode. Alright, well, I suppose then I'm ready whenever you guys are.
Yep.
I need to get started and pass it off so I can eat my oranges into the mic.
No, your Cyrodiilic citrus.
Yeah.
There we go. Alright. Also looks like the YouTube is live. But, you know, let's hope that it doesn't do like it did last week and just cut off in the middle of it for some reason.
Don't invite those that no.
Don't your cat it?
No. Exactly.
You know what's funny? If this show actually works, it's gonna be ridiculous because two of us aren't even on our systems.
Hey, I can go ahead
And
and...
literally, like, I can touch my system. I can touch it. It just doesn't want to work.
I can totally hop on remote play too if you want.
Just do a full remote play show.
No, never. I can't believe I'm saying this. I need you to be the sane one of all of us tonight, please.
We need you to be the rock.
The deep dark secret is that I'm always the sane one.
Oh, okay.
I just hide it well. Hey, there's no Gwen in the Snugpod. You were there a moment ago, weren't you?
Yeah, no.
Nah,
while we've been sitting here, I have been kicked from ESO like five or six
five
times trying to just like log in. So I'm just on my phone tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, she went to remote play. That's why I said only two of us are doing
Well,
this via remote
I guess
play.
I just assumed. I guess in my head I was thinking remote play like you're doing. You're actually still in the Snugpod, but yeah.
I'm just in the voice chat on the app.
Gotcha.
Because, yeah.
Truly, the only reason I think this is working is because I upgraded my laptop to 32 RAM and 2 terabyte SSD. Otherwise, I don't think this would even be functional right now.
As long as you don't upgrade your vehicle to a RAM, because
Wow.
I mean downgrade.
Right.
We don't get into RL politics on this show, never. Moving on.
No, I just I know she may be tempted, being sneaky, to be trying to drive a Dodge, but
I dodge plenty on my own. And then I get a bonus afterwards from dodge rolling with my bow. Anyway, let's carry on.
All right, counting down. Hello, everybody. Welcome to A Snugpod Cast. Aren't you glad I'm not eating oranges while talking into the mic? Eh?
But you were a minute ago.
I know, but I'm not now. Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad?
I have not heard that joke in a decade, so you're fine.
But you know what? Soon we probably will be able to say, "Aren't you glad you didn't say banana because we're gonna go to Solstice and there's banana trees there.
Banana. That
type of
is
bananas?
bananas.
Argonian bananas? I don't know.
Argonian bananas? Did
I
you?
don't know. I recently learned there's multiple types of bananas. There's like not just the basic bit,
So-
but there's bananas.
No, there's like green bananas and sweet bananas, and then there's like plantains, and then there's all
So,
sorts of stuff.
so
Plantains
Gwen,
don't count as bananas.
Gwen, when you say you learned there's multiple kinds of bananas, are you referring to all the different colored ones?
No.
Yeah.
No, I know. I don't know the actual name of the one banana that I learned about, but apparently I'm getting one, and I didn't want to like it. The name is not like stream appropriate.
So there's
Incredible.
like blue bananas.
Yeah, I knew that.
I
Wait, are the ones
I
in Solstice blue?
have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know. But I only learned that in like the past, I guess, 2 years maybe, that there were blue. I don't even remember where I found them or saw them. I was like, what's up with the blue bananas?
I didn't know there were blue bananas.
Yeah. And we looked up, my wife and I actually looked up trying to maybe like order some like on Amazon or something, just so we could, get them and try them. You can get them. But we
Aren't they supposed
haven't.
to taste like vanilla ice cream or something?
I don't remember, but there's like several different colors. I was like, who knew? I thought
Cotton candy grapes.
I thought bananas were all yellow or green when they're ripening or whatever. But
Don't eat a green banana, you'll get sick. Bad mistake. Don't do it.
I like bananas. I like bananas with peanut butter. Good stuff.
On
And
toast.
Nutella.
Delicious. That too.
Yeah,
Nutella forever.
yeah, and also in ice cream or Cheerios
Ew.
or cornflakes.
I've never had bananas in well, that's a lie. Banana split.
Yeah, a little chocolate syrup over it. Anyway, this
Yeah, I
is
guess that's true.
this is a Snug podcast. Thank you for joining us. I am Never Separate, and with me are my two wonderful co-hosts, Gwen the Bard. How are you?
Well, I am coming live to you from the Deadlands. That is why I'm not in the Snugpod.
Gwen is currently negotiating with Mafala for a better Webernet.
Wow. Oh no.
My
I can
internet
feel
is
her.
amazing. It's just the fires. The fires here aren't that good.
And the other voice there is Gone Crazy Back Soon. Are you doing okay?
I am. I'm in the Snugpod, but it's a lie because I'm actually coming to you remotely via whatever connection we're calling it again these days. And I have a small, tiny child asleep next to me, so I'm doing the best I can to not be too loud, but also still do the show.
Well, I have oranges. Those right there.
Mm-hmm.
That I'm not going to eat unless I mute, because apparently an orange is very loud in the mic, even when I lean back. So I won't subject you all to the torture of eating oranges on the show.
You can't help it because it's probably your whiskers. They're just getting caught in your whiskers.
I guess. I don't know. Like, I thought I want to snack on something. Like, I haven't eaten since lunchtime. We had a late lunch, but I ate a lot, so I wasn't hungry for dinner. I was like, it's kind of late. Some oranges will be good. They'll be quiet. It's not like me munching on chips and y'all having to listen.
I was gonna say they're quieter than the chips.
Yeah, but they probably sound more gross because of, so.
Oranges.
Yeah.
Was that what when you guys were talking about the mic earlier? Because I didn't hear any orange eating. Your voice was just loud.
Oh no, yeah, it was definitely the orange eating that I heard.
Yeah, because she called me out for eating something before it ever got brought up. I was like, wait, you can tell I'm eating something? It's an orange. Like, I'm biting into it and it's just like, just orange juice. Just in, anyway. Again, this is not the ice cream and orange show.
On this week's episode, we cover different types of fruits of Tamriel.
Hey, that should have been our lore lesson tonight. That'd be great. Yeah, the fruit of Tamriel.
We actually have fresh lore later. There's another Meet the Character.
Mm-hmm. Worm blood.
Well, now that we've talked about bananas and oranges, what have y'all been up to?
Ruining my New Year's resolution and spending gold. Or is it technically converting gold? Basically, I did a ton of master writs before they announced the XP change. Because, yeah, that's what you do every time, right?
Oh, before the 100% XP thing?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
Before they announced it, yep. And so much housing. So much housing. Because I'm still working on that those builds for the housing contest. And setting things up to do 6 screenshots is really, really hard, especially when you're trying to find the house and then you gotta move the items, and I keep going, you know what would make this so much easier? You know what I wish we had? The furnishing vault. You know what we don't have yet until after this contest is over? The furnishing vault. Trying to look for more real-world events because I need more reasons to wear Stuka besides the tavern. Because, you know what? I'm really proud of her. She's turned out pretty damn amazing.
I know one with the problem. I know one with the problem is you're going to be wearing her at the tavern during that event, pretty much, like, shortly after.
Yeah, which sucks. There's always next year if it goes well, right? But, for comparison, Tharn is currently in my closet, and I don't even know what happened to Lyris. I don't know where all the parts are to Lyris, but I'd need to resize her anyway, because it's been like, 4 years? It's been 4 years. Yeah, it's been 4 years.
That was 4 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Wow.
I made her like 3 or 4, I started working on Lyris like 3 or 4 months after my kid was born, so yeah, Lyris needs to be resized. And then I got a code for Gold Road for PC this week. Yay! Thank you, Lore Seekers. You're awesome. So for PC, and so that makes me happy because Skingrad is my favorite go-to city, and so now I can go to my go-to city and not have the urge to buy a chapter a second time every time I'm on PC, just so I can go to my go-to city. So that's been my week. What about you guys? Well, technically 2 weeks, I guess. We're catching up on some stuff there.
Yeah, I actually have not been in Tamriel much myself the last several days. I guess I'm kind of largely on a bit of a hiatus at the moment. I don't have anything to work towards that won't frustrate me to all ends because of my inventory problem. But kind of waiting for trying out the subclassing stuff. But yeah, so I haven't done a whole lot myself. What about you, Gracie?
I did it. I managed to get the house, the museum, on PlayStation. Like,
Yay!
literally
Clap, clap,
hours. Clap. I'm not even kidding. It was hours before it ended. Okay, so my stupid self thought I had like a full 2 days left. And I'm like sitting in Discord and I'm talking with people, and I said something about like, yeah, well, I can always finish my pursuit tomorrow, and they're like, no, the pursuit ends in 8 hours. And I was like, what? So I panicked and I like did fishing and then ran through, and I think I ran Elden like 3 times solo. Just like really fast, me and a companion, and then I can't remember what the other one was that I needed to do. There was one other one. Never, you and I knocked off one of those too after the show last week or whatever, when I was trying to not sleep PS, but yeah, I thankfully managed to get my house on PlayStation 2, so hooray.
Whoa.
Other than, what?
Did they release a retro version? You got your house on PlayStation 2?
Oh my gosh.
On PlayStation as well, you grammar nerd.
Wow. Wow.
Sorry, carry on.
Okay, well, other than that, it's just been trying to survive and doing my logins because I have been so insanely busy the last 2 weeks. I almost haven't even had energy to do anything. It's been just like like almost verge of burnout, but not like from the game necessarily, just in general. Other than that, it's just been a little bit of prep for Seasons of the Worm Cult, trying to level some alts and some skill lines and stuff. And then I am working on a big unofficial, I can't remember if I said this last week or not, but a big unofficial side project of a ESO community meetup, maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed.
I mean, they're posting about it everywhere on the internet right now, so it sounds like it's happening.
Yeah, so I'm working with a group of people to try and help make that happen, and fingers crossed that we can get the details shared with everybody soon. If you've ever heard of GCX in Orlando, that is where we are planning on making this happen. So hopefully we can get some of the ESO fam all together for some fun stuff. And yeah, and you're welcome for your Gold Road code. So, yeah, I was like, the first thing everyone's going to say is this was totally rigged. And I was like, no, I swear. I even asked for a random number from Peanut. I said, Peanut, give me a random number. And I counted, and I laughed when it was you.
I just have really good luck when I really, really want something.
Well, it also was really, really good because Blue Sky was a much smaller audience, so it was a much better chance than like on Twitter or X. Yep. So, we gave away a Gold Road code that you won, and then we also gave away a pink torch bug this week. So it was pretty fun.
You want to hear a fun side tangent?
Yeah.
I opened Twitter the other day and I was like, well, this is the Dumpster Fire site, and now my daughter just keeps calling it Dumpster Fire whenever I log onto Twitter.
That's awesome.
Anyway, moving on back to real news.
Incredible. All right, well, let's carry on, I guess, and do a show, eh?
Yep.
Sorry, I've been trying to eat my orange while y'all talk.
Oh, nice.
Well, you know what you could do while you're eating your oranges? You could, you could rediscover over 10 years of ESO cinematics in this epic mega cut trailer, which, by the way, is over an hour long.
Heck yeah.
So if you want to watch an Elder Scrolls movie, there's an Elder Scrolls movie out now.
Oh my gosh.
Is that like all the cinematics from the time that they opened?
Yeah.
Or the time that they launched?
Yep. And I think they're all like remastered and upscaled too, like to 4K and stuff, right?
Well, let's find out. Take a moment to journey back through ESO's collection of exciting cinematics in one incredible hour-long mega cut. Over the last decade, we've shared an incredible variety of cinematics supporting and celebrating 10 years of adventures. Now you can watch each of these action-packed trailers in one massive hour and 7-minute-long mega cut. Check it out. After 10 years of amazing trailers, which individual cinematic is your favorite? Ooh, which one is it? Was it seeing the Warden class for the first time in Morrowind, or perhaps the Legacy of the Bretons, where you discovered the true power of the Ascended Lord? That was a really well choreographed fight.
I do love that trailer, like a lot.
But like the first Elder Scrolls trailer for ESO I actually watched was the Morrowind one. I was just kind of playing the game since launch, and I was like, then when my friend showed me the trailer, I'm like, oh, what? There's trailers for video games? I didn't know that. Yes, the rock I lived under was that deep.
I love it. So for me, I very much remember watching the initial trailer, like the Cyrodiil trailer with the 3 heroes, with some buddies at work, and we all were stood like huddled around, a phone watching this cinematic together, and we were like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing, this is coming to console, we have to get this, we can't believe this. And that was kind of like that was the bug. It bit me, and we all got the game and started playing together, and it was amazing. But my favorite trailer is probably the Somerset trailer. I love that one so much, with Roz narrating and the High Elf hero, like all of her stuff. It's just beautifully done. The trailer music that goes with it is amazing. Like, it hooked me. That's definitely one of my favorites. You got a favorite one, Never?
I probably have not actually seen all of them, um,
Oh, you're missing out. You gotta watch them.
but is the original one the one when you say Cyrodiil? I wasn't really associating the location with it, but is that the one where they're fighting and then the dolmens start dropping and they
Mm-hmm.
all have to
Yeah,
kind
and
of
they're like up on the. Yeah.
yeah. That one I think would probably uh, at least with the ones that I've probably seen most of the recent ones, but
Mm-hmm.
just because that was the one that made me want to play the game before I even had anything to
Mm-hmm.
play it on. Because I was like, whoa, cool, multiplayer Skyrim, of course. Um,
Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But I was like, oh, that's a PC game. I can't play that. And then it's like, oh, it launched on PS4, and I didn't have one. And so actually when I got a PS4, it was one of the first games that I bought because I bought just
Mm.
a used copy from GameStop of the base game. And anyway, didn't play it
Nice.
super heavy, right away. But anyway, that trailer was the one that I thought it looked so epic. Um,
I love that trailer. Where they end with the three of them walking in the Ouroboros. Like, so cool.
yeah,
So cool.
no matter what you think about the game, their trailers are pretty killer. The
Faux show.
if they were to actually make those into a full on voiced like an actual animated movie or mini series or something, I think it'd be worth a watch. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mega Cut, brought to you by
Yep.
Mega Minds at ZeniMax.
Nice. Oh my. Alright, well the next thing that is on here is twas the night before this hits PC, and soon we'll have it on PlayStation 2 in a couple weeks. But the next one is, oh my,
That was, yeah.
ES, was that me? I
I
don't
don't
know
know
if
what
that
that
was my
was.
side. I don't either. Maybe it's Gwen. ESO's developers share subclassing system secrets. So this says, customize your knowledge of the new subclassing system in this developer deep dive. Customize your class. When the Update 46 base game patch arrives June 2nd for PC Mac and June 18th for Xbox and PlayStation, all ESO players can further customize their characters with the new subclassing system. The team wants this new system to further bolster one of the game's core elements, play your way. Subclassing allows you to replace up to 2 of your native class skill lines with those from the other classes for your current build. Honestly, that's something we've talked about for a long time. A really long time, explains Brian Wheeler, ESO's lead combat designer. Subclassing leans into the core Elder Scrolls tenet that allows you to build your character how you want with all the options available in-game. In ESO, players can change their appearance, names, races, and even faction, but this has not been true with class, notes Carrie Day, one of the system's designers behind subclassing. If players wish to experience other classes and their combat ability or capabilities, they were forced to create a new character. With the subclassing system, we really want customization to give players more control over their player fantasy. There's a lot of different types of ESO players, and whether you've principally stuck to one character throughout all your adventures or have maxed out your character slots, the subclassing system will be of interest to you. We wanted to introduce a way to allow our players to expand their experiences and try out all the different class skill lines we've introduced since launch, says Day. Players who've played on multiple classes and characters will also need to think about these skill lines and how they might be combined, totally differently than they have for the last 11 years. When the subclassing system arrives with Update 46, almost anyone can pick up and start experimenting with it easily since it requires only a single character on your account to be level 50. There's a very short quest that on-ramps you to the system, and then you're off and running, explains Wheeler. It should take you about 5 to 10 minutes at most going through the tutorial. As there are now 21 total skill lines you can unlock and play on your account, it will be a long-term project to max all of them out, says Day. However, there is a new champion star called Disciples Artisan to help you level skill lines faster. Once utilized, your new skill lines will look and behave like any other class skill lines you've experienced previously.
One of the primary questions early on was what should a subclass player have access to? Should it include all of the skill line's passives, abilities, and ultimate? Should the abilities function differently if subclassed or not? We decided to maintain continuity between the abilities so your experience with the skill lines is consistent. This also gives value to our long-term players who already know abilities and makes it easier to jump straight into the system. Meta class and identity. Subclassing offers a whole new way to play if you want to engage. However, player choice remains at the forefront of ESO's design philosophy, including the choice to keep your character as it is now. We know the subclassing system will infuse power into the player community. For example, players can drop their tank and support skill lines for more damage-dealing abilities and passives, notes Day. However, there is a trade-off. By taking all damage skill lines, you are more reliant on your team for support, healing, shielding, and protection. Also, there's no desire to reduce the effectiveness of pure classes and their ability to complete content, and overall, the system should make the content more accessible to all players. You might wish to push the limits of subclassing to the max, or maybe you're attached to your character's class and playstyle. Fortunately, this system allows you to use as much or as little as you like. Class identity is still important for key aspects of our game: achievement, class styles, class scripts, class item sets, and much more, Day emphasizes. If you wish to have 2 or more skill lines of a class, you must be that class. You can keep your character pure and continue to complete content as you have before, but you are still locked into that character creation decision. Of course, with a change of this magnitude, there are balance concerns, but the team is prepared for what may come. In general, with more options comes more combinations, which can lead to different capabilities beyond what players had prior to the subclassing system, Wheeler explains. That's something we'll monitor, while also looking for outlier combinations of abilities and item sets, so the game's content isn't suddenly a lot easier to complete. We will be looking at feedback as always, and we plan to make adjustments as needed after we go live. When it comes to builds and playstyles, a lot of new options are on the horizon, and many decisions must be made. My personal first subclassing build will be to modify my March 30th, 2014 Templar to be a duality of life and death, says Day. I want to incorporate the Gravelord skill line into my Magicka Templar rotation, which has been a lot of fun in playtesting already. I may snag the Sorcerer Stormcalling skill line for my main so I can get a bit more offensive and movement with the streak ability, says Wheeler. Honestly, I'm just excited we all have the options out there. How will the subclassing system change your builds? Subclassing is free for all players as part of the base game and arrives as part of the Update 46 patch on June 2nd, that's tomorrow, for PC Mac, and June 18th for Xbox and PlayStation. Ta-da! So what do you guys think?
So we can have 2 things that aren't from our actual class at any given time?
That is correct. You can have 2 lines that are not from your class.
Okay.
But you always must maintain one of your base class skill lines. That way you maintain your actual base class.
Yeah, I remember that part.
Mm-hmm. So, and there's going to be, I'm pretty sure, like multiple ways to pick up the quests and stuff. So it's pretty good stuff.
Just realized I was muted.
I guess you were.
I was trying to add to that you can take 2 other skill lines, but not from the same other class.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
I can't as a Templar take 2 Dragon Knight skill lines. I can take a Dragon Knight
No.
and an Arcanist or something along that lines. But
Correct.
So you couldn't take, as a Warden, I couldn't take 2 different Arcanist skill lines.
correct.
No, you could only choose one.
Stop making this so hard.
You can't be too OP as a Warden Arcanist, Gwen.
But if you have an Arcanist, you could just keep the 2 you wanted from the Arcanist. Take one
And
from
just
the
take
Warden.
a Warden skill
Nope.
line.
No. Not
She's like,
leveling another
absolutely
character.
not.
I would rather
Absolutely not.
level every single other skill line on my character than level another character.
Yeah, that's definitely a thing that I'm probably most looking forward to. It's just not having to switch back and forth to have some variety in how I play.
Yes, and it's not in there, but it has been mentioned previously in streams that it will also work with the armory system.
Mm-hmm.
So you will be able to have, like, I actually bought the armory slots were on sale about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. So I actually ended up buying 2 additional armory slots, which I've never done, on both platforms because I wanted to be able to maintain my current build that I have that's just my pure Nightblade build, and then also my PvP build. And then I wanted to be able to add a Magicka version and also a subclass version because I already have an idea of what I want to do with my subclassing stuff. I will probably take Arcanist abilities, like the Herald of the Tome, I think is what it is, which is
I
like the
think everyone
DPS
wants
with
that
the book
damn
beam.
book.
Everybody wants the book beam. Uh-oh.
We're lore seekers, of course we want the book beam.
The book, exactly. Sorry, for a minute I thought it was going to drop my connection there. So yeah, I definitely want the book, and then I think I may take some Templar abilities. I'm not sure.
You want Templar Beam too?
Oh my gosh. Just, what about a build that's just like every beams are us?
Yeah. I think the Templar Beam got nerfed pretty big, though. It got changed a decent bit, from my understanding. I don't remember the details on it.
There's going to be so many people that have, like, all pet builds. There's just going to have, like, 45 pets out all the time.
That's fine.
Yep.
Fine.
So,
Towns are going to be crazy. You're going to go into a town.
No, because there's that one thing that lets you, like, mitigate the stuff around you now in the menu.
Mm-hmm.
That came out a few patches ago.
I think I forget about that every time, still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where you can turn off people's stuff at crafting stations. Yeah.
Yeah, there's I noticed one of the pictures here had, you mentioned that, and it said, oops, all pet build coming soon.
Yeah, it meant, like, because people are like, ugh, what if they could do, like, forever ago, people were like, ugh, imagine if people could do, like, all pet builds, like, all pets from all classes. So I think that's what the poke is at, is like, oops, all pets.
No, now you can just be a Pokemon trainer in ESO. It's fine. Have fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gotta catch them all.
You don't want to do that because Nintendo would probably come after you.
It's a joke on you. You can have like 6 people. You can be a 6-man party with just one person. But yes. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see all the pet builds and stuff that people come up with.
Just be a trial team with 2 people.
Oh my gosh. You run like Sunspire and it's you, a companion, and their companion.
There you go.
And like another person, and then like 87 pets.
So speaking of trials.
Imagine if the next companion can actually have a pet too. Anyway, carry on.
Speaking of trials, our next article is Community Spotlight, One More Clash Tournament, which we can't report the actual results on because it does end today, but it is still actually going on right now.
Yeah, Ollie was doing it earlier.
Yeah, so yes. Can't report the results yet. We'll tell you next week that it's still going on. It's not done. But this is Team Trials Tournament. That's what it is. Get ready for the return of One More Clash and watch various teams race to complete some of the game's toughest PvE challenges and win big prizes at the same time. This year's event, once again run by Twerkools and Bitrock, with the support of fellow players Akinichik, Haley Sarrow W, and Sam Sink, kicks off this weekend and promises even more endgame trial action. One More Clash is a celebration and call to action for the raiding community, says Twerkools. It's the catalyst and beginning for many to start their journey into veteran content. It began as a heartfelt tribute to a retired guild. One More Pull is a guild-focused gathering among friends that quickly evolved into something much larger. This year's competition features 25 teams and over 300 participants battling it out for a piece of a massive 500 million gold prize pool. One More Clash isn't a regular trial contest. However, as the teams aren't made up of long-standing PvE veterans, but are instead drafted for this event from a broad selection of players. Rules are intentionally crafted to foster connection and growth within the community, explains Torgules. Using a point-based draft system, teams are built one pick at a time to encourage balance of raiding experience. This approach rewards diverse rosters where veteran raiders mentor new players, creating teams that are not only competitive, but eager to prove the strength of their collaboration and shared effort. Each team is given a 2-hour window to showcase their skills in the trial of their choice, explains Torgules. To keep the field fair, each trial has been carefully balanced with a par score, creating a normalization system that allows scores from different trials to be meaningfully compared. With the eyes of Tamriel upon them, teams clash within their designated time brackets, pushing the highest possible score and a place in the competition's legacy. Watch the action live. Unfortunately, if you have not already, it will be over by the time we are done with our own stream. Want to catch all the exciting PvE action? This event's teams will be competing from Saturday, May 31st until Sunday, June 1st, and will have their runs live streamed by 5 different shoutcasters: 8 Puppies, Hyperonics, Ryan Nisuvi, Fostex, Olivoo, and Mitch Robs. See which live streamers are shoutcasting which specific teams and trials, be sure to visit their channels and check the individual schedules. You can also visit announcement sections of Adra's Discord channel for more of the latest schedules, results, and highlights. One more run. Watch some of Tamriel's most intrepid PvE players race to complete trials and rack up big scores for a chance to win an even bigger pile of gold. I can't even fathom 500 million gold. So crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot. I would not know what to do with all of that. I'd figure out something, but definitely it's a lot. And we lost a crazy person, so she'll be back with us in a moment. So apologies for anybody that's I guess watching this on Twitch. And I also need to plug in my laptop.
But yeah, we will we'll announce that next year, or not next year, next episode. Good gosh, yep, Deadlands doing great in the Deadlands tonight. Shout out to Olivoo, one of friends, met a few times, very nice, very wonderful, and meeting at live events. We have. Speaking of live events, remember that golden dragon chicken that I tend to bring everywhere with me, and people are probably absolutely sick of me making this joke. But you know what? Everyone deserves to fight with honor. And that looks like that gorgeous little golden dragon chicken is going to be one of the Golden Pursuit rewards for June.
Golden chicken.
Golden dragon chicken.
Golden dragon.
If you ever had to explain that as someone who doesn't know what it is, it's a golden dragon chicken. And you picture it, right? It's a golden dragon chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works. So, surviving June, and you want to read this whenever?
Sure. The survival guide?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, ESO's June 2025 survival guide. An all-new adventure from the content pass, new golden pursuits, multiple in-game events, and more arrived this June. The June 2025 daily login rewards from June 1st through the 30th. Log into the game this month of June, and you'll unlock a new adornment, XP scrolls, research scrolls, and more. You can see the full list of rewards in the game on June 1st. Seasons of the Worm Cult Part 1 and Update 46 PC Mac launch June 2nd. Season of the Worm Cult Part 1 and Update 46 arrive for PC Mac. Travel to the mysterious Isle of Solstice and investigate the return of an old foe. In addition, all players can enjoy the new subclassing system, the Hero's Return experience, and more in the latest Update 45 base game patch. Tamriel Streams Together series, June 2nd through the 8th. Tune in as some of your favorite ESO stream team members join forces to celebrate the release of the Seasons of the Worm Cult Part 1 and Update 46. Keep an eye out for more details on June 2nd. Golden Pursuits Mid-Year Celebrations, June 3rd through the 24th. To all Greenhorn adventurers, welcome to Tamriel. During this new Golden Pursuits campaign, you can complete activities to claim a scaly new pet, or dragon chicken, an imposing statue, and a ton of glittering gold. Look for more details when it kicks off on June 3rd. Chaos Ball Weekend Mini Event, June 12th through the 17th. Compete in Chaos Ball Battlegrounds PvP matches during this weekend to earn bonus alliance points. Note that there are no event tickets available throughout this period. Seasons of the Worm Cult Part 1 and Update 46 Xbox and PlayStation launch June 18th. Kind of the same thing there. Zeal of Zenithar in-game event June 26th through the 8th. Enjoy the fruits of your labor during the Zeal of Zenithar event. Honor the divine of commerce and hard work by completing various daily activities to fill your coffers with event tickets, reward boxes, and more. Be sure to check out the Elder Scrolls Online website for more details later in the month. The Vengeance Campaign, June 30th through July 8th. The Vengeance Campaign returns. Help us continue to test changes to ESO's Alliance War PvP campaign with new abilities and changes. If you enjoyed the previous test campaign, be on the lookout for additional information in late June. Golden Pursuits Cyrodiil Scramble, June 30th through July 8th. Take up the sword, or bow, or staff, and charge into battle. Complete Cyrodiil Scramble Golden Pursuit campaign activities to collect bonus gold and alliance points. Look for more details on June 30th. ESO's latest adventure kicks off this month, and there's no shortage of specials. Reward, and fun activities to go around. Are you excited to begin a new journey this June? Let us know on socials.
That's a typo.
Yeah, so it's like it should be that's why I read it twice.
Rewards.
Shortage of special rewards, not specials rewards.
Also, I guess I'm back now.
Welcome back.
Sorry to everybody watching the stream. My computer decided to dump the entire stream, but leave the system on. So the system was on at my house, running the stream, but I had no connection to it. So it was completely rogue for probably about 3 minutes. So, apologies for the giant message in the middle of the screen that said to connect the controller. I could not get my computer to reconnect at all, so now I'm also on my phone.
Great.
I'm really glad that my headset automatically connects to the Bluetooth on my phone as well. So I'm currently remote playing with my phone and my lap connected to my headset and running the stream remotely from my PC. So this is going to be interesting.
You know, when we
Still
started,
better than the bear episode.
when we started this journey,
better than the bear
132 episodes back, one of the stated goals was to encourage other people to see how easy it is to get into podcasting. And now it just sounds more and more complicated. Wait, you mean I have to turn my game on and be in another house somewhere else and use a PC to control my system and a phone to join the voice chat? I don't think I want to do that. Guys, it's not normally that complicated, okay? Normally, everybody's in the house with their system, and we don't have these troubles.
But how lucky are we that we can still do shows even when we're not near our system?
Yes, yes. Much like Jurassic Park dinosaurs reproduce, even though they were all female, if I remember correctly. They,
Yeah, that's
life finds a way.
podcasts find a way.
Podcasts find a way.
Up.
So
Yep.
in this picture with Honor, we also looks like we might be getting that Molag Bal statue finally.
Yeah.
Which, to those, I didn't cover this earlier, the Honor was initially one of the reward codes you got if you went to the thing in Amsterdam last year.
Mm-hmm.
I am really glad that everyone gets a chance to get Honor through the Golden Pursuits, because he
so
is
cute.
absolutely adorable, especially with the little pot on his head. And that's probably the best way to do it through the Golden Pursuits instead of just putting him in the Crown Store or something. That's great. I'm glad everyone gets a chance to get him. Everyone deserves to fight with honor.
That's right. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, everyone. This recording is wild. My phone screen is so sensitive. I just threw the camera all over the Snugpod. Doing great.
You want to skip the Crown Store tonight then?
Oh, it's okay. We can do it. I think we're good. I just gotta make sure I hit circle on my on-screen controller every once in a while, I guess.
Round store. There we go. What in the world am I looking at?
A Theriker, a new house, and a Tideborn Argonian?
That would be accurate, yeah.
A lizard cat.
It's not a lizard cat.
Looks like one. Looks like
It's
a cat with
Tideborn.
lizard feet.
Nope.
It's got a cat face.
What?
It's got a cat face. It has, I wouldn't say
Looks like-
lizard feet. It looks more like raptor feet and then a scorpion tail.
Oh, you're talking about the Theriker. Never's talking about the armor.
No.
Oh.
You're not?
I'm talking about the mount or whatever that is on the left there. It's got
Oh,
a cat.
I'm sorry. It does have a cat face.
It has
I'm
cat
sorry.
face. And feathers.
I thought you were talking about.
And-
I thought you were talking about the Argonian. Don't
Well.
mind me. I'm a mess right now.
So would you like to read this one, Mess?
Oh, sure. Whether gearing up for battle with the Worm Cult or a tropical vacation, the in-game Crown Store has you covered this month. All manner of goods, from relics of Akatosh to the dark trinkets of the Dramathra, are available in the Crown Store this June. Whether you want the Dragon God of Time to witness your battles in Western Solstice or are looking for something stylish to wear on the beach, you'll find what you need this month. Remember, you can always check out what's currently available by visiting the Crown Store page. Something catch your eye? Be sure to visit Buy Crowns to acquire however many crowns you need. Certain items and offers are available for a limited time only, so be sure to read the details below. All ESO Plus members have access to a monthly selection of exclusive deals and items as well, and you can find out more information in this article. Any discounted or free items have a special call-out. New items that are coming. I love that they're doing this way. It's so much easier. These are new items coming to the Crown Store for the first time. The dates listed below are the times you can expect them in the Crown Store. Our ESO Plus exclusive this coming month is the Shadowfen Mirescape. It's a painting, and it says, "You may see a swamp, ruins, trees, water, but I see life and endings, death and beginnings, and most of all, change. Learn from the Shadowfen, as I do," says Juten Ma Shadowscale. The painting of the Mirescape will be available for free exclusively to ESO Plus members on all platforms from 10 a.m. May 12th to 10 a.m. June 19th. Note the availability period for this item has been extended from last month's showcase. There's also a High Elf statuette. It says, "Some claim to know the provenance of this sleek piece of art, but they know nothing, especially when it comes to how impressive your home will be with a replica in it." The drop sheet, the merchant says. The statuette of the High Elf Mage will be available for the Crown Store for free, exclusively to ESO Plus members from 10 a.m. on the 19th to 10 a.m. on the 31st of July. The Furnishing Vault is also coming, which is our really exciting thing that's coming to ESO
Housing
Plus.
TARDIS. It's
a
a
new
housing
update,
TARDIS.
and this is either to, it says use either the placed vault or the editor menu to retrieve, place, and store items. The vault holds furnishings only. You can add it to multiple homes, plus retain access to stored items even if the vault isn't placed. We also have the Mage's Guildmaster garb. It says, don these robes to invoke the gravitas of the Guildmaster Vanus Galarian, and without all the tedious studying. This will be available from June 12th to June 19th. The Tideboard crown crafting motif is also going to be available. Shishka, Arms Overseer of the Tideborn, writes, to ensure we can endure any amount of torrent, I have studied the weapons and arms of other cultures extensively and worked with our blacksmiths to help us brace for uncertain waves. So you can get the Tideborn crafting style from June 2nd at 2 a.m. to 2 a.m. on June 18th. Tideborn chapters and rarely the complete book will have the chance to drop from the reward offers for completing daily quests in Solstice as well. The Bismuth Steam Bath House is also now going to be available in the Crown Store. Once a relaxing getaway for Corellanian nobles, this elegant retreat features an outdoor pool along the shore, indoor steam baths, and spacious facilities that allow even the most battle-worn adventurer to treat themselves. The new Bismuth Steam Baths will be available in the Crown Store from 2 a.m. on June 2nd, and it will also be available in the Crown Store from 2 a.m. on June 18th. Furnished and unfurnished versions will be available. Really quick, a note about this one, and I heard this from PTS, but I did not get to check into it myself. That home, I believe, is the one that when you complete whatever the achievement is going to be for Solstice, you will also be able to buy it with gold. I think, is what I had heard. So stay tuned for that, or see if you can find some more information on it. But it also is really nice to have those homes fully furnished available in the store, which is great. Skill styles, you can get Dawnbreaker and Vibrant Yellow. That one's applying to Mage Light, Inner Light, and the Radiant Mage Light in the skills menu. There's also what we were discussing a few minutes ago, the Gerald Deserters Theriker, and it's war deserters that huddle for warmth around bitter campfires in the Gerald Mountains find a common cause with these wild Therikers. The wild magic that created them allows for a rapid adaptation to the snowy slopes of their new home. That'll be available June 5th to June 12th. And real quick, we'll run through some other returning items. I'm not going to do the dates on these. I'll just mention if they're ESO Plus discounted. But we have the Azure Blight Spriggan and the Azure Blight Wild Hunt Steed. Those are coming for Seals of Endeavor and Crown Gems. For costumes, we've got the Lie Spinner's Vestments. That's an ESO Discount Plus item. Actually, all the next ones I'm going to read are ESO Plus discount. Vine Dusk Vigilant costume, Renegade Dragon Priest, High Collared Coin Ball Gown costume, Ancient Sites Explorer, Jakarn's Ensemble, and the Upriver Striped Sash Kilt. The Draping Locks adornment is also an ESO Plus discount item, and it will be back. That is the Draping Locks hairstyle. Then we also have the Maw of the Infernal Arms pack, which will be available for a short time till June 9th. This one has the chance to drop from Rillis, from Veteran Banished Guards 2, and the matching shoulder page can be purchased from Erlag Chiefbane, of course. Having the achievements that go along with that dungeon will give you an increase of drop chances. The Card Data Arms pack is also available. This one will be an ESO Plus discount item, and the matching mask page will have a small chance to drop from Verilion in Veteran Coral Airy. Same thing applies as the other one. You can have the chance of it dropping from there, or you can purchase the shoulder from Maj for 50 Undaunted Keys. Crown Crafting Motif, the Huntsman, that's a discount item. The Dromothra, which will also be a discounted item, crafting motif. The Baron Zadris Arms Pack, which is also ESO discount, ESO Plus discount, and the same thing, it has the chance to drop from the Veteran Cauldron dungeon as well. You can have the achievements and the chance for it to come from the Urgalag Mystery Coffer if you'd like to purchase the shoulder. You got the Welkinar Crown Crafting motif, We have Ancient Orc motif, Gold Road Dragoon Arms Pack, Crown Crafting motif Annihilarch's Chosen, Molten Demise Dragoon Arms Pack, and Crown Crafting motif for the Order of the Hour style. And I believe all of those are ESO Plus discounted. For Factotums returning, for Polymorphs returning, we've got the Factotum. Wow, I almost said that backwards. That one's also going to be discounted with ESO Plus, and it's available from June 23rd to June 30th. Mounts returning, we have the Baysong Quasagriff. Is that right? Yeah, Baysong Quasagriff. It will return for a limited time till June 26th on June 26th through July 3rd. We've also got the Dramothra Sench till the 16th of June, the Great Dark Stag till the 19th of June, the Menmo Flare Kagudi Fabricant from June to June 30th, and then the Main Lord Nightmare Sench from June 30th to July 7th. Pets that are coming back, we've got the Roz, cute little Roz pet. We also have the Dramothra Sench Cub, in case you want a pet that is hearing the drumming of the Dramothra, I guess. You can also purchase event tickets, it looks like, from June 26th to July 8th. And then there are some additional items that are going to be departing the Crown Store. The Bloodroot Spriggan, the Wild Hunt Sench that's Bloodroot, the motif for the Kindred's Concord, and the motif for Clan Dreamcarver will be leaving the store. Whew. There we go. And that is your Crown Store showcase. Am I the only one here? Did something happen?
No.
Okay. Whew.
No,
I got a little
I
nervous
was reading,
there.
sorry.
The only one
That must be another typo in this article.
What?
Maybe you said it and I just missed it. I was looking at the Dawnbreaker Vibrant Yellow. Underneath it, it says applies to Mage Light, Inner Light, and Radiant Mage Light.
Yeah.
Dawnbreaker is an ultimate ability, right?
Yeah. Huh.
So, I think I'm not sure if the thing that they're showing there is if that's the right image. I think that's probably, it looks like the right image. But the caption under the photos, apparently the wrong one.
But isn't there no, maybe not. I was going to say, isn't there like a line that's called Dawnbreaker? But I guess there's not.
Dawnbreaker, I believe, is the Fighters Guild Ultimate.
Ultimate, yeah.
It is. And Mage Light
is useless.
You don't PvP, but yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what?
Chicken butt.
Hey, what? Lore? Lore time?
We have fresh lore.
Walks in Ash.
Are you ready for the fresh lore?
I think we need like a
Fresh lore.
bumper for that, like a fresh lore. Oh, I should have eaten my orange right then. Fresh lore. You know, that would have been great.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you can listen and read about it, and you can mute and listen and eat your oranges while we talk about
They're already gone.
Meet the character walks in Ash. Oh. Alright. In our latest Meet the Character, learn more about Walks in Ash, talented mage, hero of the Ebonheart Pact, and fierce ally against the forces of Cold Harbor. Dear Princess Ah, greetings! I write you today to provide you with information on an exceptionally talented member of the Mages Guild, as we work to bring the Stirk Fellowship together. I do not believe you have met Walks in Ash of Stonefalls before, but I want you to know that she enjoys my full confidence. You could find no better ally for our cause in these dark times. If I am unavailable, you need a Mages Guild representative. First and foremost, Walks in Ash is well acquainted with the Worm Cult and its Daedric allies. She joined the guild's assault on Cold Harbor during the Plane Meld, helping to defeat Molag Grundia's forces in the chasm, and then fighting valiantly alongside the heroes who secured the Reaver Citadel. While Loxnash proved her bravery many times during our Cold Harbor campaign, she also demonstrated both determination and wisdom. She thinks before she fights, a talent that is sometimes hard to find. Her experience and insight will serve you well against the returned worm cult. In addition to her experience in battle, Loxnash is a skilled diplomat and an inspiring leader. Few people outside of Stone Falls know the whole story, but she played an integral role in forming the Ebonheart Pact. In her youth, she was enslaved by House Tress, but she won her freedom. She remained in Morrowind to guide others along her path and work toward freedom for all Argonians. When the Akaviri invaded 10 years ago, Loxnash urged her fellow Argonians to aid the beleaguered forces of the Nords and Dark Elves. As you might imagine, that was not an easy choice for her people, but Loxnash and Hita Min parlayed participation in the Second Akaviri War into liberation for Argonians throughout the Dark Elf lands that joined the Ebonheart Pact. Afterward, Loxnash took up the life of a wandering hero and justice worker, advocating not only for her fellow Argonians, but any of Morrowind's people in need. Given Loxnash's part in bringing the Ebonheart Pact into existence, she may prove to be a key link between the Stirk Fellowship and King Yorn's court. I know that you hope to recruit the support of all three alliances against the return of the Worm Cult, Princess Ah. I suspect you will find that Loxnash has the ear of the Skald King, and can represent him in the campaign you are planning on Solstice. Finally, allow me to tell you something of Loxnash as a person. She is both confident and compassionate, gifted with a clear-eyed view of right and wrong. Some who don't know her well might see her as being proud, cocky even, but I have learned that her arrogance is simply unflinching devotion to her principles, and her insistence that people can and must be their better selves. Loxnash knows when she is right, and she is wise enough to be right far more often than she is wrong. Most important, she will not stand by silently when you are making a mistake. Some leaders in your position might find it difficult to have a voice like hers at their side, Princess Ah, but I think you understand the value of an ally who would always speak her mind fearlessly and expect the very best of you. With Vanna Scalarian still missing, and my own efforts to mobilize the Mages Guild taking up so much of my time, feel free to reach out to Wax and Ash. She will not disappoint you. I will see you in Solstice soon. Sincerely, Gabriella Bonnell, Acting Guildmaster, Mages Guild. Wax and Ash adventures have spanned entire realities, from the volcanic plains of Stonefalls to Molag Bal's dreaded realm Cold Harbor. Now she returns to join our band of allies in their shared quest to vanquish the presence of the resurrected worm cult from the Isle of Solstice. Keep an eye out for her and other returning heroes in Seasons of the Worm Cult Part 1. Are you excited to fight alongside Wax and Ash during ESO's 2025 storyline?
Sure.
I don't remember her. I
Mm.
feel bad. I don't remember her. Like,
It's been a long time since I saw her too.
Gosh, it's been so long. And I blocked out most of the Ebonheart Pact.
I went
there's
through
so
it
much
way too
fire.
fast. Yeah, I went through it way too fast.
Say she was in Cold Harbor?
Yeah.
Yes, she's in the battle at Cold Harbor with you at the end.
Is that dependent on whether or not you
I've done that.
aided
Yes.
her along the way?
That I don't remember.
Because a lot of those characters, it was like if you did side quests for them, they would show up and help you.
I thought that was only in the newer chapters.
Yeah.
No, I think Cold Harbor did that, did it not? Because I remember there being a lot of little things that I did, and like.
Well, that's because you had to do it for the main zone story. Like, you had to free the one guy at the tower, and you had to do something else. Like, that was all main quest line.
Yep.
They started doing it as side quests in the later chapters.
I don't remember some. I could have swore I remember some of that stuff being side quests. Like, was it there like somebody that their ship ended up there?
Yep.
Was that main quest? Anyway.
No, that was side quest. The ship was side quest.
I thought I
don't
remembered
know.
the captain on
Maybe
that
I'm
ship or
wrong.
whatever showing up to help, but I maybe it's been a long time since I've done that, so I just could be remembering that wrong. So
Same.
that's a very long time ago. Grand scheme of things, it's not that long ago, but gaming wise, it's a long time ago.
Yeah.
I actually avoid Cold Harbor like the plague, so I only finally actually did that ship quest for the first time last month. So that's why I remember.
It is very blue.
I know. It's so blue.
So Azure.
I am so glad I have these lovely blue filter glasses now that make seeing things better.
Is it so better?
It's so better. I don't get headaches from being in Cold Harbor anymore, which is why I was finally able to do some of those quests.
For my house.
I finally get so. Remember when I thought that the last sky shard I needed was in Cyrodiil? No, it was actually in a public dungeon in Cold Harbor.
No.
That's nice.
Yep.
Oh goodness. Well,
Anyway.
where didn't the Dwemer go? Never.
I don't know. What? Well, they weren't in that public dungeon that we did.
They were not.
Oh my goodness. Was that in Grahtwood? Or was that?
I don't remember, to be honest.
It was the one
That was
right down from
Aliens.
the. It was the one right down from the Snugpod, wasn't it?
That was Aliens.
No,
There's
that-
Aliens in that one.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I don't remember. I was sleepy-essing really a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
Well, the public dungeon in Grahtwood, at least I can tell you right now, it's Aliens, not Dwemer. There's no
Aliens.
Dwemer there.
Aliens.
There's the Aliens.
Ancient Aliens. You know, that TV
Yes.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we just watched.
I think we all know that TV show.
My family just watched that old movie about that. Yeah, E.T.
The Gangstar Magic.
I have
Yeah.
no idea what's going on right now.
Me
Are
either.
you
We should talk about
okay?
murder hobos.
Yeah.
Is that Darth Vader I hear?
So, no, we're talking about murder hobos.
No, I was hearing
not-
something in my ear, like
Not
some
dark
weird,
vacuums.
weird.
We're
Yeah, I didn't know what that was. That
fine.
right there.
Weird chance. It's okay. It's okay. It's that you summoned Mafala. This is your fault. All right, now. No more murder hobos. So this week, we're all the main character of our own story. But what if you're not? Questions for you are: do you have a character who is not the hero of Tamriel? Do they support your hero? Is your crafter or just a really good artisan and not the slayer of Molag Bal? These are all just sample questions. With so many character slots, some people have so many. I have no idea how you guys keep track. Are all your characters the hero of Tamriel in their own timeline, or something else? Something for themselves, not just a tool for the Aedra and Daedra. Examples. Members of House Ravenwatch, why did you join? Are you a soldier? Why? Tales of Tribute player? Tell me about how you got so good at cards. Mages Guild? Does Magicka come naturally to you, or are you the worst mage ever and just stab things?
Wow. That's a loaded question.
It is, pretty much. With the story coming around, I was thinking about how, what, I like writing stories for my characters, and not all my characters are the actual hero of Tamriel. Are you going into playing the new chapter on a character that isn't the hero of Tamriel? How would that look?
So
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I can give you an answer for what all of my not main characters do to aid my main character. Because I am busy being the hero, I don't have time to learn all of the different schools of magic and blade work. So I've sent all of my others out to learn how to be a dragon knight and how to be a nightblade so that they can come and share their knowledge with me, my main. And my main can have those skills to continue being the hero. That is their new purpose.
Interesting. I've never really thought about this one. I would say that if I have, I guess from an RP perspective, technically, my Arcanist is not really the hero of Tamriel. She knows my main character, which is technically the hero of Tamriel, I guess. But my Arcanist has not been through any of that main quest line. She's only done side stuff here and there. So I wouldn't consider her like a hero of Tamriel. And yes, they would obviously support each other because of everything and how that works with the questing. So, yeah. What about you, Gwen?
I've always had the running thing where actually none of my characters are the hero of Tamriel. And my first character supported was an accidental hero of Tamriel, helping out the actual hero. But with a lot of the worm cult stuff going on, I've been wanting to play on my necromancer, who I never had do any of the main questing or any stuff, because her older sister's the hero of Tamriel. So it's like, I'm going through all these quests, and they're just like, I don't know you. And some of those, oh, well, that was my sister. She's retired now, so I have to do all this nonsense. And that's kind of what spawned this, because yeah, we're all the hero of our own story, but not everyone is a hero.
I like it.
So it's, yeah. Where are your characters in the hero spectrum? Can you be nothing but a hero? Can you not see it? Or are your characters just a supporting character?
Fun. I like.
So, announcements! Because I think that's it. Do we have anything else? Or are we wrapping up on an existential crisis mode and just going into announcements?
Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're chancing the divines if we keep screaming like
No, stop! No, never mention Nafala, and now like you got the Morag Tong coming up on us, and I don't know.
Man.
It's either Morag Tong or Dark Brotherhood, but it's not good. I don't. Nope.
Something's happening. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's Athena's fault, but nobody remembers who she is.
Shh, that's how we got our books.
That's true.
We get super fancy power, but we're not allowed to talk about Bruno.
Yeah, right. Oh goodness. Well, some guild announcements. Who wants to do this? You want me to do this? I don't know. I just started.
Your turn.
I guess I'll
Tag, you're it.
All right. Mondays, we have Mondays with Moki. We do fishing, Cyrodiil, pretty much anything group's choice for the most part. That is at 8 p.m. Central?
Correct.
Yes. 8 p.m. Central. Yeah. I changed that. You'd think I would remember it. Anyway. Yeah, so Mondays with Moki, fishing, Cyrodiil, anything that the group choice wants to be. We've had quite a few brand new lore seekers join the PlayStation side, so please come join us for one of these events because we'd love to get to know you.
It is.
We also
would recommend that one. It is consistent, it is laid back, and we are going to be fishing, but who knows what we'll be fishing for. Sometimes, a lot of the time, it doesn't fish.
That's true. Next one is Treacherous Tuesday. That is our day that we focus on running dungeons or achievements, doing lore runs, story runs, anything like that. So that is no time slot set for that. It's just we encourage you to group together with a lore seeker or with friends or, somebody that will do that content with you. That's actually where we all met each other. And then we have our Fearless Friday with Arthuria Dragoon, which is where we go through and do the Undaunted.
Undaunted.
We
are undaunted.
Undaunted. Never. That was a really good one from you.
I
So
didn't think we
do
could
the-
actually do it in a new way yet, so kudos.
Every
Oh.
time. So we've got the Fearless Friday with Arthuria Dragoon at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we group up and do the Undaunted Daily Delves and Dungeons. We also do achievement hunting and stuff on that day as well, depending upon what people are wanting to do. So, yeah, I think that's it for guild announcements. Social media? Maybe.
Yeah, so we are on socials. If you want to reach out to us, you can. We're on a few. We're not on all of them, but if you want to reach out to us on the platform formerly known as, you can do that at Snugpod Cast, or you can email us at snugpodcast@gmail.com. And I'm on my way to being able to check those. I'll get around to that in a couple of weeks. And also, you can leave comments on podcast or YouTube videos, any of that kind of stuff. And speaking of that, if you are watching this live or watching this back at another time and think that this would be better consumed through just an audio format, we do provide that, and you just simply need a podcast app and search for Snug Podcast. If you're on the other side of that and you think, man, I bet this is exciting to watch, then you
Not this episode. This episode is probably horrendous to try to piece together.
There's two different ways you can do that. You can watch us live Sunday nights at about 10 Central, 11 Eastern, roughly. Sometimes it's a little after that when we get started, but you can catch us live on twitch.tv/snugpodcast or on YouTube by searching Snug Podcast, or you can also just look up past videos on YouTube as well. So yeah, if you want to hang out with us in the Lore Seekers, you can do that as well. All you have to do is go to loreseekers.club. You will need Discord downloaded. There is an application process, pretty short, and it takes about a day or so. We should be able to get you into the guild, so long as you're a good fit, we're a good fit, and nobody's a poopy head. We don't want poopy heads in the guild. Poopy heads make the place smell bad. So anyway, you can do that. Just go there and follow that, and yeah, you can come hang out with us. We're on all the platforms, PC, PlayStation, Xbox, so no matter where you're playing. And you know, in debatably a year or so, it might not matter where you're playing anyway. You might still be able to hang out anyway, but we'll just let you.
see.
Yeah, we'll see about
Technically,
that.
you can already do that if you're in Discord chat.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
That is true.
yeah, but I mean, you know, actually play together. But that's down the road. But that's going to wrap it up for us tonight, I believe.
Does
Yeah.
that mean PC would get in-game voice chat?
No, doubt it.
Hmm.
It opens up a whole other can of worms, though, that I was thinking about the other day. It just randomly came to me, and that's guild names and guild structures because of the 500 limit cap.
We've talked about this before. We don't need to bring it up at the end of a show. It's fine.
I know.
I was just trying to be silly. It's okay.
No, I loved it. No.
Sorry, never continue.
You're coming between me and my oranges.
Your Cyrodiilic citrus.
I thought you were done with those. You said you
Yeah,
finished
I did. I
those.
finished the 4 that were on my plate. They're the little ones. They're not like 4 giant ones, but and I probably won't have any more. Irrelevant.
Well, orange,
the
you gland. We're
orange.
done with this tangent now.
Yeah, yes. I am glad to be done with the tangerine.
Aren't you glad we didn't say Aldmeri?
This show is bananas. BANA. Yes, bananas.
Oh man.
Yeah. So anyway, we're done. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you've been in chat or however you've been listening, thank you for giving us some time. Hopefully it's put a smile on your face and giving you some info about a game we all enjoy. And we'll try to do this again next week. Until then, take care of yourself, take care of others, be a decent person, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Sleep well, Tamriel.